Hey guys, my name is Juhia Blooming Bee. So in today's video, I am going to share you my 12 favorite houseplants which we usually grow in hanging baskets because these plants have got beautiful trails which looks very adorable. Also, we live in a very small apartment, so there is hardly any space left to grow your indoor plants. So I especially choose those plants which we can grow in hanging baskets. As you can see here, this is my south facing balcony where this plant gets bright indirect, or you can say medium indirect sunlight, and you can see that all my plants are really doing very well in these conditions. So the first plant in my list you can see here. So this is my south facing balcony, and this plant that you are looking at is known as Spillionia, and also there are other names for this plant like Procaris repens and Polynesian ivy. So this is a very easy to grow house plant, and if you give this plant optimal condition for its growth, you can see here my plant is really growing very beautifully, and this plant is still in its nursery pot, and I didn't repot it because I think that repotting because its roots are very fragile, so I think that repotting will harm this plant, so I let it grow as it is. So if you are interested to see that what when I first time purchased this plant, what was my plant size, so I will give the link of that video of plant haul on the top right. So if you are interested to see more about this plant, I will make a separate video on this plant particularly. Now let's move to the second plant. So the next plant that I choose as the beautiful trailing basket plant is goes to beautiful this marble queen pothos, and we all know that pothos are known for their beautiful trails. You can grow any variety of pothos because they are very easy to maintain, and also they looks very adorable in any kind of hanging baskets. Talking about this particularly marble queen pothos, you can see here that the leaf variegation is very different in comparison of the previous one, and you can see that my plant is really doing very well. So the third plant variety that I choose is a variety of fern. This fern is known as Staghorn Fern, and I already covered this fern in my other videos also, because this plant can be grown very easily in medium bright indirect sunlight and also low light areas in your home. Also talking about hanging plants, so you can see that my plant is really doing very well in these conditions, and also you can grow any variety of ferns in your hanging planters. If you have got any doubt regarding how to grow this Staghorn fern, please comment down in the comment section. So the next plant that I got is a very beautiful and very rare variety of orchid cactus. So I have already covered that how you can grow this plant very easily in your home. I will give the video link on the top right. So this plant is known as Epiphyllum curly sue or Guatemalense. So this is a very rare and beautiful and very different looking plant like the Staghorn fern, and also this plant really trails very beautifully. You can see here that my plant is really doing very well and it's growing its stems. Also this plant is still in its nursery pot, and I have been growing this plant for almost 1 year, and you can see that my plant is really doing well in these conditions. So Epiphyllum especially, they are orchid cactus, so they will love their soil mixture to be very light and also which can hold some amount of moisture too. So the next plant variety that I got is one of my favorite and very easy to grow in comparison of the other Senecios, because I had killed many varieties of Senecios. So this plant is known as Fishhook Senecio or Grey Fishhook Senecio. This plant looks very similar to string of bananas, but the only difference in between these two string of bananas and this Fishhook Senecio is the shape of their leaves. These have got flatter, longer leaves in comparison of the string of bananas. Also, the leaf color is kind of bluish green, and the shape is totally like fish hooks. So you can choose any variety of Senecio, and Senecios are typically grown in varieties of hanging baskets. So the next plant that I got in this list is known as Rattle Cactus, and this plant is native to southwestern Mexico and also some part of Central America. Talking about the plant, you can see that it have got beautiful long trailing stems. And also the plus point of this plant is this plant also blooms when it get its maturity period, and also when it gets the optimal condition for growing its flower. Talking about this plant, we all know that cactus are very resilient and also very hardy plant, so this is also one of them. Before moving forward, I really request all my viewers to please subscribe to my channel, because 96% of the viewers have not subscribed yet. So it's a request from my side. And also, if you want to follow me, you can also follow me on Instagram and also on Facebook page. So the next plant variety is an epiphytic plant. So this plant is known as Dischidia Gerry. So this is an epiphytic small growing tropical succulent plant which is also related to Hoyas. Like this have got beautiful trailing stems. Talking about this plant, you can see that it have got round green leaves which is full of water in it. So this plant loves bright and direct sunlight, and also you can see that my plant is now growing very beautifully, and it have got beautiful new stems. If you want to know more about this plant, please let me know in the comment section. So the next plant variety that I got is basically known as Tradescantia Zebrina. There are varieties of Tradescantia available. So this is also very different looking and also very gorgeous in comparison of the other Tradescantias. I already got a video regarding how you can care for this plant. So the best thing I found about this plant, and I have been growing this plant for a long period. So this is a very easy to propagate plant. Also this plant doesn't need that much amount of sunlight, and in comparison of the other Tradescantias, the underneath part of the leaves are in purplish color, which makes this plant very different. If you want to know more, I will give the link of that care video on the top right. So the next plant variety that I got is basically known as turtle vine. This is the fastest hanging basket plant. You can see my two planters. Talking about the care of this plant, so I already got a video regarding how you can grow and care of this plant. So this is a very beautiful hanging basket plant, and also this is a very easy to grow plant. If you want to know more, I will give the link of that video on the top right. You can go there. So the next plant varieties that I'm going to talk about is you can grow any variety of Hoyas, because Hoyas are best known for their trailing stems. Also they are very easy to maintain also, and in plus of all these qualities, they also flower in your indoors. So this variety here you can see is known as Hoya Carnosa, and this is the most easiest and most easily available Hoya in this plant market. So I have been growing this soya for almost more than a year, and you can see that my plant is very beautiful and very long trails in there. And in comparison of that, I have used a very smaller pot for this plant, because I always felt like that Hoyas does very well if you give them very little space. I have got different varieties of Hoyas, so if you are interested to see more varieties of Hoyas, then I will give the link of a playlist where I have included all of my Hoya hauls. The next plant variety that I included in this list is known as Sedum. This is a variety of Sedum which is known as Sedum burrito, or commonly this plant is known as donkey's tail succulent. This is a variety of succulent, and we all know that succulent are very resilient and very easy to take care house plant. But the thing you should always remember while growing any variety of Sedum is that they do not like overwatering. Other than this point, they really looks very adorable and very cute in if you grow this plant in any kind of hanging planters. So the last plant varieties that I want to include in this list is a variety of Phylodendron. This plant is known as Phylodendron lemon lime or lime lemon, whatever you want to say. So there are also different varieties of Phylodendron are available, like Phylodendron caudatum, and also different varieties are there. So they are very easy to care house plants, and also they known for their air purifying qualities as well. And in plus of them, they can be also grown in any kind of hanging planters. I had a video regarding this lime lemon care, so if you are interested, I will give the link of that video on the top right. So that's all for today's video, but before ending this video, I really request to please do subscribe to my channel and give this video a big like, and also share this video with your plant friends. And you can also follow me on Instagram and on Facebook as well. That's all for today's video. Bye.